your heart. Keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out. You stop caring about it. Don't let your head get in the way. Can't be defined by your mistakes.
Hi everybody, this is Crystal again, the candle making stylist. And in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about how to start a candle making business. Okay, so if you all see me looking down at my phone, I'm just going off of my notes. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything because all of this is valuable information. When it comes to starting a candle making business, I just kind of wrote down a couple of steps that you can follow that'll get you off to a wonderful start. So number one, decide on the type of candles you want to make. So when it comes to deciding on the type of candles that you want to sell, there's a variety of different candles. There are taper candles, there are pillar candles, there are container candles, there's unscented candles, there's scented candles. So it all goes back to personal preference. Just decide on what appeals to you. Which type of candle do you think that you would enjoy making? And just so you know, scented candles dominate the market, and that's a known fact. So once again, it just all goes back to personal preference. Another thing to think about when you're trying to decide on the type of candles that you would like to make. Do you want to make vegan candles, beeswax candles, paraffin candles, soy candles, coconut wax candles? There are so many options. So just do your research. That's basically what it comes down to. Do your research, see which one speaks to you. Don't do something just because the candle maker next door is doing it. If your favorite candle maker is using coconut apricot wax, that doesn't mean that you have to do it. That doesn't mean that you're going to have successful results with that wax. So it's a matter of doing your research and testing what works good for this candle maker. You may not be able to get it to perform correctly no matter what you do. So it's just a matter of research and testing. Okay, so the second thing that you should do when trying to start your candle business is to come up with a business name. Now, when it comes to this candle market, it is what I would call saturated. It's not so saturated that you can't start your business and be successful. It's all about what you do to stand out from the rest. So when it comes to choosing a business name, really take the time and put in the research behind the name that you choose. And I say this because over my 4-year journey, okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, it was only a split second on your end. Like I was saying, when it comes to choosing your business name, really take the time, dedicate the energy that it's going to take to research a good name that speaks your brand. And I say this because I have changed the name of my candle company at least 3 or 4 times. And I am finally at that point. I have registered my business now. The name Lit by Crystal Candle Company, LLC, is done. Signed on the dotted line, it's done. I went through a little bit of a journey with trying to come up with the best business name for my company. So just, give it some time. Don't rush, because when it comes to changing your name after you've already launched, it is a real hassle to redo everything. Labels, like I have wasted so many labels. Take my advice, y'all. Just take the time to really come up with a good business name. And try to come up with a name that stands out from other candle companies. I know it's easier said than done, but just try. Just try to do something that would catch the eye of your ideal consumer versus the candle company next door. You know. All right, number 3, design your candles. Okay, so with me, this is a fun part. May not be the same for others, but this was something that's fun for me because I'm a creator at heart. I love to create. I love to design things. I love to come up, like, my mind is always running, y'all. I'm constantly having ideas playing in my head, thoughts, things that I want to accomplish, things that I want to do. Is so much that at times it's overwhelming. On the flip side, it's a good thing because I'm always have fresh ideas. Like, it may be certain steps that I have to take to put those ideas into place, but the ideas are there. Okay, so when it comes to designing your candles, there's many different candles that you can design. There are tapered candles. Like I said, there's votives, pillars, the container candles, tea lights. It's just a matter of personal preference. So, I mean, the best way I can say this is, what is it that you envision your candle company as? Like, what are the types of products that you can envision on your candle website or on your candle shelf, your candle retail store shelves? Like, what do you see? Like, you have to have a vision. Okay, so number 4, decide where you want to sell your candles. Now, when it comes to that, there's a couple of options that you have to choose from, with the number 1 option being selling online, using online platforms like Etsy, Amazon, your own personal website. I personally use Shopify. I love it. It wasn't the easiest thing for me to do, only because I'm not into the whole graphic design, web design. Like, that's not my creative juices don't flow in that direction. My creative juices flow in the making of the candles, not the making of the e-commerce site or the website. So it was a bit challenging for me, but it was well worth it. Another place that you can sell your candles is in your own brick and mortar, your own candle store, if that's something that you would like to do. Not everybody wants to have a physical location. Some people do. So when it comes to having a brick and mortar, just keep in mind, when you have a physical location, you will have extra things that you will have to deal with, like rent, utilities. If it's not physically you in the store during business hours, then you will have to have an employee there. So you will have to hire somebody to be in your location during business hours. So when it comes to the brick and mortar, it just all goes back to personal preference. What is it that you would like? What do you see your candle business as? An online retail store, physical brick and mortar location? It's just all on your vision and what you see. Another place that you can sell your candles is in other store locations. If there's a local gift shop, a local clothing store, any type of other small business, or if there's a local store in the mall, gift shops, anything of that nature, you could possibly go in and speak with the owner or make an appointment with the owner and see if they would be interested in having your products in their retail stores. It's just all about what you want to do. Another place that you can sell your candles is at local pop-up shops, local markets, things of that nature. When it comes to that, being a candle maker, those things could tend to be very successful for a handmade maker, just because when it comes to markets and things of that nature, people go there just to purchase unique products, handmade products. So that's something that could be very profitable for your business. That's something that could get your name and get you brand recognition. So that is something that I would definitely look into starting out as a candle maker. Okay, so number 5 would be to create a business plan. Now, I will have to admit that this was something that I dropped the ball on in the very beginning, just because it was a little too challenging for me. So I just figured, okay, I'll just come back to this. I have everything in my head. And no, that was a mistake. There is so much to the candle making world, and you can't remember everything that comes with candle making. Just like I say, candle making is a journey. You learn things along your journey. So you're going to forever learn new things when it comes to candle making. I'm 4 years in and I'm still learning new stuff to this day. I still go to sleep on YouTube just about every night, listening, learning. I probably watched every single candle maker on YouTube to this day. It's a continuous learning environment. In order to grow and continue to be successful, you're going to have to continue to learn. And when it comes to trying to have a successful business, all successful businesses have a strong business plan. That is something that I am still currently working on. I'm trying to perfect. Well, I take that back, because chasing perfection is something that we shouldn't do. I'm not trying to create the perfect business plan, but I would like to get as close to the perfect business plan as possible. So I'm constantly reevaluating, adding to, and adjusting my business plan until I get it to my satisfaction. Also, when you're creating your business plan, make sure to include the capital that would be necessary in order to, for one, start your business plan, and the capital that would be needed in order to grow your business plan. This is something that will be beneficial for you in the beginning stages when you're trying to grow your candle business. Okay, so the 6th item would be to figure out where you're going to make your candles. Home-based candle businesses are extremely popular and extremely profitable. Just like I say again, it goes to personal preference whether or not you would like to run a home-based business or a brick and mortar. I'm just going to speak from experience from running a home-based business. If you have an extra room or just some extra space, it could be I've seen people who turn a corner of their living room into their candle making space. Just figure out where in your home you could put a dedicated space for making your candles. And when you're starting out, nothing is perfect. Look at it as a growing experience. It's only going to get better. As long as you stay consistent, it's going to get better. It's going to grow. Your space for manufacturing your candles is going to grow. Okay, the 7th thing would be to set up your workspace. When setting up a workspace for candle making, you want to set it up to where it flows for you. Now, there are plenty of other candle makers out there where you can look at their videos and see how they have their spaces set up. And of course, you can replicate how they have it set up, but it's not until you actually start the process of making your products that you can see and figure out which process works, what setup works for you, what setup doesn't work for you. That the candle maker next door may be right-handed and you may be left-handed, so that you'll have to flip things around the opposite direction than what they have there set up for it to be comfortable for you to work. You know, there's different variables that goes into that, so you have to go with the concept of just figuring out what works for you. Okay, so number 8 would be to set your business up legally. Now, I am not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, I'm not any of those things. And depending on where you live, every state, their requirements are different. Like I say, I'm in Tennessee. I went downtown and got me a business license to operate my business. I registered my business as an LLC. Now that's what I did, and that's what's working for me. Say you will have to look up the requirements in the current state that you're operating your business out of. And then the next thing that I would say to do would be to open up a business bank account. Once you get your business set up legally with your business license and your LLC and everything, then you should be able to go and open up a business bank account in your business name. Now this is very, very important, and it was something that I wish that I would have done from the very beginning. It would have made things a whole lot easier, but at the same time, was all a learning experience for me. Like I say, it has taken me a long time to go through these different learning experiences, but I feel like I'm a lot more knowledgeable having to have went through things the hard way and trial and error and having to redo things, try things a different way and another way. And so it was just, a learning experience, and I feel like I've gained a lot more knowledge having to go through things on my own. So I'm here to try to help you all and guide you all along your journeys so that you don't have to go through so much of the trial and error that I've went through. I just want to be able to help in any way that I can. So please, when you get your business set up legally, open up a business bank account. It doesn't matter if you haven't even started getting candle sales yet. Open your business bank account. You want to, from the very beginning, separate your business from your personal. It's so hard to try to keep up with the money that you're making from your business for tax purposes. Like, it's just all best to just set up a business bank account, and everything that has to do with your business having to go through that business bank account. Any type of monies that you receive, have it go to that business bank account. Any type of business expenses, have it come out of that business bank account. It just saves you a lot of headache and a lot of paperwork in the end. Now, as I stated previously, I set my business up as an LLC. I'm not a legal professional. Setting my business up as an LLC was just personally something that worked best for me. You could also set your business up as a sole proprietor. You can set your business up as a corporation. There's an S Corp, a C Corp. You would really have to get online and do your research on the different business entities and decide based off of the type of business that you foresee for yourself, and just decide which one will work best with what you're trying to do with your business. Okay, so number 9 would be to research funding for your small business. Now, this is something that I just got into this year. It's something that I wish I would have known about from the very beginning, but it's something that I'm just now getting into. There's a lot of writing and, applying for small business grants. For more information on funding for small businesses, I would just maybe Google the Small Business Administration for the state that you live in, and there should be a lot more resources on that website for you to go look into. Another thing that I would say to do when it comes to women in business, there are a lot of different grants and things that we as women can apply for small businesses. Another thing that you could do is look into small business loans, business credit cards. I would definitely start off with trying to get a business credit card, because that's something that's buying power for your business. So that's something else that, you know, just do a Google search on and get more information about that. Okay, so number 10 would be to source all of your equipment for your business. So when it comes to candle making, there are plenty of places that you can get your candle making equipment from. One good place to go to would be Amazon, and also you could check in the description below and I will have links to all of the equipment that I currently use. So the list that I have below should be a good starting point for you all when it comes to gathering all of your candle making supplies. Number 11 would be to market your business. Now, there are so many ways that you can market your business, and the best thing that I would say to start with would be the free marketing tools that are available, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All of these are platforms that you can basically promote your business on for free. Now, last but not least, number 12, drive candle sales and enjoy having a successful business. I hope these tips are very helpful for you on your candle journey, or wherever you are in your journey during this time, whether you're a candle maker or not. I hope these tips help you out. I am the candle making stylist, and until next time. But there are quite a few benefits to starting your own candle. Be your own boss. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to be my own boss, and I have been my own boss for a long time now. Give me some more.
No, you want to take a piece.
Alright, come on, give me some sugar, babe.
Nope.
Babe, come here. The candle market was valued at over $7 billion back in 2020, and by the year 2028 it's expected to grow to over 13 billion. Can you imagine? I don't know if you already knew this, but candles are a form of self-care, and nowadays a lot of people are putting self-care as a priority. Consumers want their homes to smell good. Consumers want their homes to feel comfortable, and when it comes to scented candles, that is an easy way to achieve both of those. People are always looking for different and fun new scents to try, and a lot of people, whether you know it or not, are always looking to support other small businesses. It's just all about getting in front of the right people, getting in front of your ideal consumer. So there's definitely a place for your candle business. I hope these tips are helpful. Any questions, comments, any ideas for future videos, anything that you would like to know, shoot me an email, leave me a comment. I respond to all comments. My contact information will be in the description below. Please subscribe, like, comment, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos. Once again, I am the candle making stylist. Until next time.
Keep it in your pocket for safekeeping.